Rangu Rao. I am the CEO of Safe Harvest Private Limited, Bengaluru. You see, India since 1960s has adopted green revolution technologies to enhance production and productivity in agriculture. And with initial successes of rising productivity, now we are seeing the kind of problems that it has Indian agriculture is facing. One is in terms of stagnating productivity. Productivity is no more increasing. You can see examples of Punjab, Haryana, etc., where production has completely plateaued. The second major aspect is of human and environment health. Both have taken a very big hit because of the kind of practices which green revolution technology brought. The entire regime was about maximizing production. It had no and the impact on environment and human health was completely ignored. And that has had its implications today, where we find the use of pesticides and fertilizers, the kind of impact it is having on groundwater, as India's agriculture is basically dependent on groundwater and not on surface water in terms of irrigation. And the second impact is because of rampant use of pesticides, the impact that it's having on plant, animal health and human health. And this is detrimental going forward. And therefore it is very important today to look for alternatives and look for safer solutions, and which do not in some ways sacrifice production. They kind of ensure that the farmer is able to produce and is able to produce comparative sort of yields, and at the same time uses safer methods for agriculture, which will also have an impact on consumers and on the environment. Because on the other hand, consumers are also looking for safer options today, especially post-COVID. There is a massive increase in awareness of consumers, and they are looking at food which provides immunity, better health, and we can see that happening at the government level and at the market level. The government is looking at options like natural farming being expanded, etc., which is basically about safe agriculture methods. And at the same time, consumers are moving towards safer options. They are looking at options like organic food or food without pesticides. So India today has the highest area under certified organic, land under certified organic today in the world. But unfortunately, all the food which is coming out of such land, one, it is not recorded. One, there is no data of how much production is coming out of those lands, and the other is we are not sure whether it is free of residues. So you may be actually be following organic methods, but you still may not be able to guarantee that the food does not have any residues. That's the number one of the problem. The other is that there could be ways out in which you can still claim to be organic, but you may not have followed organic methods. And that is the problem which safe food is today facing. And there is a trust deficit, and that is why a company like Safe Harvest insists that all food which is going into a pack and going to a consumer must be tested before it reaches the consumer, so that there is no such trust deficit. There is complete credibility, there is complete transparency in the way food is packed and food is made to reach. Safe Harvest was born out of a simple idea that consumers are ready to pay a premium for safe food. So the idea was to provide food at an affordable price to urban consumers. Safe Harvest was formed by 8 farmer producer organizations who were cultivating food without the use of pesticides, and the idea was that Safe Harvest will become the marketeer for the produce coming out of these farmer producer organizations. We started in 2009, and serious operations in terms of retailing food started in 2014. Since 2014, we have expanded from 3 markets, that is of Bangalore, Chennai and Hyderabad. Today we are present in more than 20 markets. Last year our turnover was close to about 50 crores. And from a mere 15 or 16 commodities which were coming from these 8 founder organizations, today we have expanded to about 30 farmer organizations which have farmer base of 1 lakh farmers who are now supplying to us to about 60 commodities. And these 60 commodities are sold to consumers, to urban consumers, in about 105 stock keeping units. So we have grown over a period of time, and the fundamental essence is to provide food or let's say commodities, food products to urban consumers without any residues in the food, so that the food is absolutely safe for consumption, which has been the claim of many other entities before us. The unique aspect of Safe Harvest is that all the food, all the commodities that we procure are tested in FSSAI accredited laboratories for about 127 pesticide compounds, and only when they are found to be free of residues are they procured by the company. So that is the first stage of let's say bringing some kind of reliability to the produce, to the safety of the produce. The second step, or let's say the second stage, is that this produce undergoes a lot of processing. We buy in raw form, then it is processed, it's cleaned, it's graded, and then finally it is packed. So it goes through many stages. So at the end of the stage, where before it is packed, any product is again tested. So it goes through 2 stages of testing. One is at the time of procurement, and the other is at the time before it is packed. So that a consumer has to be assured that the food is without any kind of contamination or any kind of residue in the product. And this process has been followed as a protocol, as a non-pesticide management protocol by the company from day one. We have only added to this. Now consumers can actually, there's a QR code on the pack. Consumers can go back to the pesticide test report just by a click on the pack on the QR code, and they will be taken to the report itself. So that's a aspect of transparency that we are bringing onto the food on any packet for the consumer, so that there is no kind of doubt or suspicion left in the mind of the consumer that if they are paying a certain premium for the produce that they're buying, whether the food is as per the claim.